house is old and scary, and there's spiders. I can't sleep. How did I get here anyway? All alone in this house. It stinks. There's a leak in the ceiling. Think, robot, think. How did you get here? Why can't I remember anything? I must be out of memory. Maybe if I press Control Alt Delete on my buttons. Systray.dil. What's that? Task MGR. I don't even know what that is. It's probably not important. Memory circuits are firing. Now I'm starting to remember. Wait a minute. I'm having a flashback. I was walking through a dark basement for some reason. Oh my gosh. This basement is dark and scary. Oh, I think I just saw a spider. Whoa, who are you?
Hello, robot. I am your father.
What? I wasn't expecting this to happen.
Neither was I, robot. Neither was I.
What are you doing here in this basement?
Well, robot, this basement is actually where you were born.
What?
Yes, that's right. It's where I invented you, in this laboratory. You, in addition to being my son, are one of my prized inventions. And when I did so, I installed this inhibitor chip. There's one like it right inside of you, to keep you locked at a 13-year-old's level of development. That's how we keep the robots from doing what robots tend to do.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Wait, I'm stuck being 13 years old forever? Oh well.
As long as that inhibitor chip is not damaged, then yes.
So I'm gonna live here with you now?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Well, not just you and me.
Who else?
It'll be your brother, too.
I have a brother?
Hey, guys! What's going on?
Oh no!
Robots' Bedtime Stories.
Robots Bedtime Stories is sponsored by Pendy.co, featuring organic CBD products such as incense, candles, muscle rubs, bath bombs, and more. Use code ROBOT to get 20% off your first order.
Robots' Bedtime Stories.
So that's how I got here. Oh my god, what was that? Oh god. Who's there? Hello? It's nothing, robot. It's just an old creaky door in the hallway. Ah! Oh, it's just you.
Yep, it's just us.
I never thought I'd end up being roommates with you, of all people. You're not even a person.
Yep, here we are. Roommates.
Where's Dad, anyway?
Oh, he's in the basement again, working on his secret experiment, like he always is.
I can't sleep.
Well, if you can't sleep, I could try reading you a bedtime story, robot.
A bedtime story?
Yeah, from one of these old 65-year-old comic books just laying here.
No, I don't want a bedtime story from you. You're a nerd. You'd probably fill the whole story with fun facts and historical information that nobody asked for.
Fine. Good luck sleeping then.
Wait, never mind. Come back. Maybe just one bedtime story.
Okay, robot. This one's called Child of Tomorrow. And it was written in 1951 by Bill Gaines with artist and co-writer Al Feldstein. Don't worry, I'll save all the fun facts for the end. But there will be a history segment following the comic breaking down the cultural and historical significance of the time the story was written in.
Oh my gosh, just tell the story.
Okay, here we go.
The first wave of bombers hit at 0900, July 4th, 1971. The amazing thing about it was that no one dreamed that they had so many atom bombs. I was 750 feet underground when the attack started. You see, I'm a graduate mining engineer, and on that fateful day, I had gone down into the Timco lead mine near my home. What the? Ground shaking! What in the world's going on up there? It felt like a series of explosions from down here. Gotta get up and see what's happened. Good Lord! The entrance is sealed off. I'm trapped. I'll have to dig my way out. I'll have to save what little food I have. It may take me days to dig my way through. The electricity had conked out, so I couldn't use the power drills. I had to use a shovel. It was a back-breaking job. It took me 4 days. Good God! The town! Ruined! Utter destruction everywhere! There were groups of people here and there spraying the rubble with chemicals. I approached one group. What happened? Are you kidding? Don't you know? Those f***ing beep sneak attacked us. Plastered the whole country with atom bombs. I picked up what information I could from those who would talk. The bombing had been planned. They had sent over 2 waves, pattern bombed the entire country. Millions killed, millions badly burned. We're spraying down the radioactive areas. But the war, is it over? Yep. After the first wave, our Air Force literally wiped them off the map with hydrogen bombs. Their country is in utter chaos. Not many left alive. We've just about licked the radiation. Only a few scattered outlying spots left to spray. Jerry! Linda, you're safe! Oh, Jerry, we're together. That's what counts. The world has to be rebuilt. We've got so much to do together. Then you want to go through with our plans, Linda? Be married in spite of all of this? Of course, darling. We've got to go on. Out of this rubble, we'll build a new life. So that this may never happen again. And so we were married. A year went by. Much of the desolation had been replaced with shiny new buildings. Whole cities had been rebuilt. We were on our way to recovery. Jerry, this telegram came for you. Thanks, honey. How do you feel? Oh, all right. What does it say? Linda, it's our chance. Our big chance. Our big chance. We'll be rich. But Jerry, you'll be gone for 5 years. Yes, but when I come back, I'll be able to retire. Oh, I forgot. The baby. I won't be here when it comes. Oh, that's all right, dearest. I'll manage. 5 years isn't too long to wait. And so I left my wife Linda, our coming baby, and a world rebuilding itself to search for uranium in the upper Amazon country. Jump when the signal light turns red. High up over the dense tropical jungle, 4 men in parachutes drifted earthward. I was one of them. Happy landing, Jerry. You too, Tim. Hope we find our supplies. We'll need them. And they expect us to hack a landing field out of this jungle? Eventually, we must. Or else, how will they be able to fly us and the uranium out? And so began what was to me a hellish nightmare. We alternated mining the uranium and clearing the landing strip, day after day, week after week. The heat, the bugs, the work. This stuff grows faster than we can cut it. Boy, what I wouldn't give for a good old American bulldozer. One day, a plane flew over, dropping mail and supplies. It was our only contact with the outside world. Hey, fellas, I'm a father. Congratulate me, born June 17th. Hey, the kid's 5 months old already. Boy or girl? That's funny. Linda doesn't say. Just says, doing well. Boy, what I wouldn't give to see the little tyke. What's wrong, Tim? Helen, my wife, she's dead. Poor Tim. He was heartbroken. He wanted to go home, but our landing strip wasn't even half finished. Months went by. Then one day, Tim? He's fainted. He's dead. Sam was next. He died during our 3rd year there. Bill, the only one left besides myself, told me some shocking news. It's radiation poisoning. Tim died from it, too. I'm dying of it. I know it. But then, yes, we'll all die. And the folks back home, they'll die too. All of them. No one was protected. You remember how they attacked? The precision? Everyone was within range of one of the bombs. Eventually, we'll die. Everyone will die eventually. Bill guessed right. He did die soon after. And then I remembered our supply plane. It was 1 month overdue. Was everyone back home dead? Why wasn't I dead? The mine! I was down in the lead mine. I was shielded from the radiation. I waited around another month, but the supply plane never came. I decided to try to make it to civilization through the jungle. I have to go back. I have to see. It took me 3 years to fight and hack my way out of that nightmarish place. It seems incredible that I only traveled 700 miles, but it was true. 700 miles of steaming jungle, and 3 years to cross it. A small airfield, a plane. There was no one around. Whitened bones, picked clean by the creatures of the jungle, attested to the fact that humans were once there, but had long since died. Dead, all of them. Am I the only man alive? I checked the other plane. It was in good working order. The tanks were full. It was ready for the trip I had in mind. Ready to take me home. Home, after 7 years. What will I find? Will everyone have died? From radiation poisoning? Linda, and my child? I wasn't much on navigation, but when I hit the Florida Keys, it was easy. I followed the coastline and turned west over Savannah. Soon, my hometown was below. Thank God! Thank God! I see people alive! Bill was wrong! Wrong! I put the plane down in the local airport. It was deserted. The people I had seen from the air were nowhere about. Funny, everybody's gone. I saw them running around when I came over. Then I realized what had happened. They were afraid. They were hiding. It's me, Jerry Gordon. This is my hometown. I've come back. Don't be afraid. Where was that brave new world I had left? What had happened in those 7 years? I'll soon go right home. Maybe Linda will be there. I prayed as I walked through the deserted streets. I prayed that Linda would be alive and that my child... What the? Stop! I cannot describe the horror that crept over me, the terror that clutched at my heart as he came closer. He was a monster, the most hideous thing I had ever seen. Keep away! Keep away! Do not be afraid. I will not harm you. What? What are you? Where did you come from? Come from? Why, I was born right here. But you're pre-atomic war. How did you remain alive? You were not radiated? At first, what he was saying did not register. But then, slowly, I began to realize what had happened. You mean you're human? Yes, they call us mutants. They? The pre-atomics. They said the radiation had affected them, altered their reproductive cells. We are the results. My mother and father were pre-atomics. They're dead now. Radiation poisoning. All pre-atomics are dead, except you. As we talked, other mutants began to appear. I was in a lead mine when it happened. Then you were shielded from the rays. Yes, but how old are you? I am 5. We grow fast, we mutants. Just one of our strange characteristics. As you can see, we're all different. There are hardly 2 of us alike. None are normal looking. Some of us are abnormal mentally as well. Most 2-headed mutants are insane. You know, split personalities. 2-headed mutants? Yes, be careful of them. They're killers. I left the friendly mutant, thanking him for his information, and made my way towards the house. Along the streets, I saw many more of them. What would I find when I got there? A morbid curiosity pushed me on. I entered the familiar door. Everything more or less the same. Suddenly, it came at me out of the shadows. It snarled and screamed. It had 2 heads. I remembered the warning. I drew my pistol and fired. It fell, faces downward, on the floor. Ugh, gives me the creeps. I moved to the house. I knew Linda would not be there, and yet I had half hoped. Our room, the way I left it. There were 2 pictures on the dresser. One was of me, and the other was... Good Lord! Linda, with a 2-headed baby at her lap. The picture was inscribed Juniors, age 6 months. I went downstairs to the 2-headed mutant I had killed. This was... I turned it over. The 2 heads stared up at me with glazed looks. The resemblances were incredible.
Robots Bedtime Stories is sponsored by Pendy.co. Pendy.co's handmade aroma products, including CBD-infused candles and incense, can assist with anxiety, stress, and restlessness. Use code ROBOT for 20% off your order.
The end. So, what did you think, Robot?
Wow, that story was creepy. I can't believe he killed his own son and or daughter.
And And now let's talk about the history behind the comic, Robot.
Wait, what?
This story was released in January 1951, the start of a decade when the fear of nuclear bombs and radiation would become a new and growing concern in the collective minds of Earthlings. It had been only 6 years prior to this story that the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ending World War II. The public at the time had soon learned about survivors suffering from what was then called atomic bomb disease. The word fallout had only recently entered the popular lexicon.
Wow.
Fun fact, the year prior to this story, U.S. President Harry S. Truman publicly announced his decision to support the development of the hydrogen bomb, a weapon theorized to be hundreds of times more powerful than the atomic bomb.
Whoa.
You see, Robot, the hydrogen bomb mentioned in this story had not even been invented yet when readers first picked up this issue.
Really?
Then, in 1952, the United States did successfully detonate the first hydrogen bomb. The public was horrified when they saw its incredible and destructive power in film reels. The year following this story was 1952, when the Department of Defense put out the infamous film Duck and Cover to teach children what to hypothetically do when you see the flash of an atomic bomb.
Duck and cover?
Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb. First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes. You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. First, you duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck and your face.
That really work?
No. Also featured in this story is the concept of mutually assured destruction.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it was a military strategy where, should one country strike with nuclear weapons, it is assured that the other country would launch a secondary, retaliatory strike of equal destruction.
So they would nuke each other to death?
But according to military leaders, this theoretically acts as a deterrent to nuclear annihilation. However, at the time of this story being written, the phrase mutually assured destruction had not even been coined for another 11 years.
They wrote it in the story 11 years before the phrase existed? What?
As such, we see the concept presented here as sci-fi writers Bill Gaines and Al Feldstein suspected that mad defense could fail as a deterrent, with both countries wiping each other out completely and only mutants surviving in the aftermath.
Only mutants surviving?
Fun fact, in the decade of the 1950s, the construction of fallout shelters became popular throughout America.
Now I can't sleep because I'm afraid of nuclear bomb radiation.
Yes, but as a robot, you have less to be afraid of, considering robots would conceivably be immune to radiation anyway.
Wait, what? Robots are immune to radiation?
Along with certain plant and animal life that has been documented to survive high levels of radiation. Cockroaches, earthworms, tardigrades, E. coli bacteria, amoebas.
Wow, just think. Robots will be the only survivors after a nuclear war causes mutually assured destruction. Oh my gosh.
And mutants. Well, good night, Robot.
Yes, the imbued one. He has arrived. All hail, Robot, King of the Mutants!
All hail, Robot, King of the Mutants!
All hail, Robot! All hail, Robot!